Hi, beautiful.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I won't say I haven't quit crying, but there's less tears and more observing and learning. And
Well, it's a process. You can't speed up uh, the healing of the heart. You can put some things in place that comfort your heart and that bring peace, but you're still going to have those waves of healing, like layers of an onion, right? That nobody escapes, not even me as a therapist or a psychic medium. When I have lost loved ones, I still have meltdowns. I still miss them. I still cry. But it does seem that when you realize that they're right beside you every day, and that you can communicate with them, and they do send messages back
oh
to
my gosh,
you through amazing ways, it does just help you realize that it's not a forever thing. It's just different, and so there's that time of adjustment, I think, in that the grieving process allows for you to accept and adjust, and then agree to have the kind of relationship that you can have with them, even though it's going to be very different until you meet again.
so thank you. Really, you've helped me so much.
You participated in the Words Left Unspoken program, which is different than the Permission to Live Again Life After Death program. And in the Words Left Unspoken, which you were in, you really had to understand the grieving process and give yourself time and compassion to move through that, so that you could learn to communicate, learn to receive the signs that they're giving you. And it just gives you a little extra support through the heaviness. Whereas the Permission to Live Again Life After Death is when you are absolutely in acceptance, ready to move forward, and have them side by side, instead of feeling so much of they're gone and I won't see them. And it's a different experience, but you're still learning how to connect, how to communicate, how to receive signs. You just get a little more TLC in the grieving process, which you needed that. And so everybody has their own process of healing, and it's important to recognize where you're at and just have compassion for yourself where you're at.
Oh, you're just amazing. I mean, you have helped me. Well, I was just curious about my exes, if they
Oh yeah, that's
came
business.
through or
Okay, so let me just switch gears. So, okay, give me a little bit more detail. What are you wondering? What are you needing?
I don't know. I guess, did they really, we had a strained relationship, but, it was very abusive. The McLeod in my name for 25 years, but we did have we were called Barbie and Ken, the love and this and that.
Okay, so this is, he's passed, correct?
Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
first name?
John. And it was Monique's stepdad, and 25 years. And he always tried to get back with me, and he always loved me, and he died of a broken heart. And I just wonder if
okay. So he's here and he has a message, and he very, he reminds me, let me see if I can explain this correctly. He reminds me of a John Wayne character. His attitude.
Because his looks, no.
Okay, yeah, in his attitude, more of but not a very nice one.
Right.
So he seems kind of maybe controlling, stoic, kind of.
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. So I just want to make sure that he's the one coming through.
Yeah.
And he has a very and matter of fact, was he kind of matter of fact, like blunt, or just like?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the message, the way that he wants to share this message is lacking compassion and emotion. The way he's coming through to share this message is basically to let you know It feels like it's to alleviate him from being the bad guy. And so this is the message he's saying.
Wow.
He's saying that the role he played for you was to help. Okay, here's the compassion. Now he's being more gentle. He's saying was to allow you to, or to teach you to stand in your power.
Yeah.
And he's saying you're learning this with multiple people in your life. This is a life lesson that you asked at a soul level to come down here and learn. And he was one of the people that played a role for you to teach you that. And he wants you to know that at no point would he ever hurt you the way that he did intentionally. He loves you. He says that you and him have incarnated before many a times.
Really?
And yeah, and he said, this time I had to play a very hard role for you.
And
But
he did.
he wants you to know at a deep level, he absolutely loves you. And he only played that role for you because you asked him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 25 years of abuse.
Yeah. And he
And it was
says,
ugly.
sorry cannot begin to express or offer the healing that you need from the role that he played. Like,
Oh my gosh.
he's saying sorry could not even touch your heart enough to heal you.
That's true.
But he says he wants you to know this, and this is truly from his heart. And when you die, you will understand this message. Okay.
Okay.
He says that when it's your time, he'll be there to meet you in the light, and everything will make sense to you.
Wow.
And the healing will happen then, and it'll be complete. And he's saying, because unless you truly understand how you craft your own life experiences prior to incarnating, you wouldn't be completely able to appreciate or forgive the dynamic that happened between you two. But when you die and you understand why you asked him to play that role for your own soul development, it will make sense, and it will erase every bit of pain that you felt this lifetime. He's saying the only way that sorry could provide 100% healing for you is if you were in the love of God and you realized the request that you asked of him to play this role during the time of you crafting your life.
Oh my God.
Wow. That was powerful.
Yeah. And you know,
and he's not finished.
Oh.
He's saying,
wow.
He's saying that the perception that you have right now of him, of who he was, of what he did to you, of what he took from you, there is not enough understanding in your consciousness to maybe be strong enough to truly forgive him without feeling as though in your forgiveness it's really saying it was okay. He's saying that it's not going to be probably until you die, until you cross into the light and you get the whole story, that you are able to realize, and this is huge, that it's not even about sorry. It's really about thank you for playing the role that you did to help me learn how to have my voice.
That's true. That's true. because, you know, I was little goody two shoes Catholic girl and everything. And after I met him and, you know, like I said, 25 years of abuse, I had to grow some and stand on my own 2 feet and provide, be the head of the household type thing. And
But he said he wants to reiterate what he said earlier, that he
wow,
wants you to know at a soul level, he absolutely loves you, and he would have never done anything intentional to hurt you. And he was only playing the role that you asked him to.
that is deep.
Those are
Sean,
messages, Julie, that
wow.
when they come through, I'm almost scared to say them sometimes
No,
because,
don't, not with me.
well, because it feels like I'm removing any compassion or love
No,
from
no.
a volatile time in your life. But to be honest, like, if you understand where we come from, who we are at a soul level, and what we ask of our soul family group and the roles that we want them to play when we come down and we play the movie, right? If you understood how much a soul has to love you, to
Wow.
come down here and beat the shit out of you, to make you feel like crap, or to hurt you at such a deep level, and then to have to die and be remembered in your conscious state, in your human state, to be remembered as that person. If you understood how much a family soul group member has to love you that much to agree to do that, you would understand at a deep level what he's saying is, I only
Oh my
did this
God.
because you asked me to play that role, and I only agree because when we both come back to spirit, we get revealed the truth, and it's understood.
Wow.
Messages like these can only be delivered to people who are spiritually inclined to understand it's bigger than we realize.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sean, that's just mind blowing. It
Well,
helps me understand why Monique's husband, ex, whatever you want to call him, treated her that way then.
yes. Yeah. So there's some karma in there.
Yep.
And usually what happens is you may have been in a lifetime where you were abusive to someone. And so when you craft another lifetime, you become the victim and ask somebody to play the abuser to neutralize
Wow.
that karma so that you can learn at a higher level what your actions did to someone else. You have to receive that so you can truly
Oh my
understand it at that
God.
level. So what happens, and this is how karma works, is so you come down here and you play the story out, and some of that karma is neutralized, some more is created, and then you go back to the other side. You see how you did, he sees how he did. You see if you balance the karma or if there's still some more that you have to, come back and heal or balance. So you play it out again. And when you're able to receive that deep of a message in a reading like this, and you're able to sit at a level where you can say, wow, that was healing, or wow, I can actually forgive, or I can
Yeah.
understand, they get released of the heaviness and karma that they acquired or accrued when they came down here to play that role.
I
So
understand now.
so the healing is not just for you, the healing is for them too. But if we step even a level up, there's really no need for sorry,
Wow.
because there was an agreement that they would play. But
I had no idea.
the sorry and the forgiveness is really more about expression of love and divinity,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Uh-huh.
And being able to see above the action, and really it moves into a vibration of thank you, God. I know that was so hard for you to receive the abuse and for him
And
to
for
dish
him.
it out, right? And
Yes.
so when you're able to follow the storyline that I'm telling you right now, at a heart level,
Wow.
you realize it was in divine order at all times, even though when we're playing the movie out, it doesn't feel that way, right?
That is just mind blowing. Thank you. I
Yeah,
feel like I've just been, a brick's been taken off, you know?
yeah. And so you can see how you didn't have very many tears in that message, did you?
No.
Yeah, he took the emotion out. Remember, I said
Yeah.
he's void of emotion,
Yeah.
so that he could just talk to you at a soul level and you could get it. You could
Wow.
understand it without letting your emotions cloud your understanding of what he was saying.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to listen to this recording several times.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Sean, that is a trip.
isn't that a trip? And it's not that, I mean,
I
it's
never
not that.
expected to hear that. Honest to God. I mean, I was just going to say, yeah, he misses you or he's sorry or whatever. It was like,
Yeah, when those messages come through, Julie, they are healing at such a deep level because it helps you understand the method to the madness of why the dynamic played out the way that it did. And it allows you to take accountability for your part in it,
yes.
of what your soul really wanted to learn at a deep level, which is being able to speak your truth and stand in your power, because you are having to go through it with the relationship that you're in right now,
Oh
right?
God.
You're
Yeah.
learning how to speak your truth and stand your power from many different angles. And John was only one player.
Yes. Yeah.
Rocky is another player, and who knows however many other players there are that fit the bill for you to learn that lesson. And when
Wow.
you can allow him to come through and for you to just listen what I had to what I had to say without any judgment, right?
Right.
It allows him to come through and speak truthfully with you, to really shed a broader perspective on what your relationship with him was really about.
That is just mind boggling. You've just like opened up Pandora's box. I mean, really, because
Yeah.
all these years I kept, why was he so abusive even though he swore he loved me? Why did he beat me? Why did he this? Why did, wow.
It was for you to find the courage within yourself.
Oh, I found it. As you
Yes.
well know,
Right. You
I,
did.
I don't sugarcoat anymore. And
No. And that is a victory for your soul.
wow. Is he with Monique? Are they
Oh, absolutely. Oh
really?
yeah. She's
That
right.
was her
She's right next to him. And I mean, they're fine on the other side.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
Dawn, this is so
she
beautiful.
says, Mom, you picked some good ones this lifetime. She's talking about the lessons you
Said that
came
when she
down
was
here to
here.
learn. Yeah, she's like, you picked some hard lessons this lifetime.
Well,
But
look who's
she
talking,
says
what she went
you're an
through.
old soul,
I am.
and only old souls pick lessons
She's
like
an old
that.
soul, huh?
Yes.
That's why when she picked who she picked, it's like apple
Yeah.
doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so,
Dawn, I owe you so much. This is just amazing. From Monique
well,
love to realizing that.
you got two
Wow.
very powerful message and both very different ways of loving, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you should share this and have people. Oh, wow.
I would love to share it with others because,
It's amazing.
a lot of times, people will schedule readings and their abuser, in your sense, it was physical and emotional and mental abuse, but their sexual abusers will come through and deliver very powerful healings,
Wow.
that throw them for a loop, and that really heal their heart at a deep level of understanding,
This did,
right?
yes.
Where it's almost as if it puts you into a state of unconditional love where you can just be loved unconditionally from the other side, and you can love unconditionally through non-judgment, where you actually understand the dynamic that played out, and you don't have to be angry, you don't have to be hateful, you don't have to be unforgiving. It doesn't mean you won't have to do the work to consciously forgive him at a level so that you can move forward if you're stuck in that.
Yeah.
But what it means is you look at the word forgiveness from a totally different perspective. And if you're strong enough, you can actually move into realizing it's not so much as forgiveness as it is a thank you for playing that role in my life that helped me develop at a soul level that I desperately wanted to do this lifetime, right?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, really.
You know, it is hard to lose a loved one, but when they're on the other side and they have access to all the information and everything ahead of the game, like, why would you not want
Yeah,
them on your side from the
yeah,
other side? Because
right.
they can be more humble, they can be more transparent, they can be more loving, they can be more helpful, they can be more appreciative.
Oh,
Where when you're, I mean, look at John, right? So like
yeah.
he comes through with this amazing, beautiful message for you that he would have never been able to share with you during this lifetime, because he agreed to play a very volatile role in your life. He would have never been able to say any of that. But now that he's on the other side and he's in complete unconditional love and he can be transparent and speak from a soul level, he can share things with you that he would have never been able to do when he was alive. And so there is a bittersweet kind
Yes.
of essence, right? To when you lose a loved one, you're going to miss them. But if you realize it's not an ending, and not only is it not an ending, you actually get a double bonus of them, because they're still going to love you at a level that maybe you couldn't have even had when they were here. And so you get all the goodness, 100% unconditional love from them coming from the other side after their passing, that you only got an ounce of when they were alive.
Wow. This is amazing, Sean.
Thank you. And,
Oh, no, it's,
you know, I really honor the opportunity to deliver messages like this, because, you know, when you go to a medium who doesn't have the background that I do, the counseling, the psychology, the ethical aspect of holding you while you grieve and move into the healing process, I think normal average mediums that don't have that background, they deliver the message, but they miss something about the healing process and allowing you to process it and helping you understand what your loved one is truly wanting to convey to you or to offer to you as a gift through the message. They typically just deliver the message, collect the money, and boom, that's it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when you take the time to add in the psychology of it, to add in the spiritual development process of the messages that you get, you can see that the healing is at a very deep level. It's at a level that a traditional counseling session couldn't offer, a traditional mediumship session where a person is just delivering the message, but they don't have the credentials to process it with you. It leaves you in a space of still doubting, of really wanting more. Not that you don't want more of this, but wanting more of, are they okay? I just need to hear them. It doesn't teach you how to connect with them. It doesn't help you process at a deep level. And it doesn't leave you walking away with a really profound and understanding of the method to life and death and the afterlife, like these types of sessions do. And so, yes, you're going to pay more money for this type of session, but wouldn't you rather have
It's
a
worth
session,
it.
a session like this
Oh my
than
God.
a session where you paid $100, even $200 or $20, and you go, oh yeah, I got some messages and it was great and I'm happy, but you know, I still feel something missing here.
I'm serious. I have learned so much from every single session when I took the words left unspoken on your little Facebook things. I mean, I walk away with something every time, and it was amazing.
I'm honored to have
Tell Monique I
delivered.
love her with all my heart, with every breath.
She knows that, feels the same, sending it back to you.
Oh,
John's loving you and says
oh,
thank you for listening to him. Loves you.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
He
Sean,
says you'll see. You'll see.
you,
And
you,
this is why I do what I do. And that's what it's really about. And so, you know, I thank you so much just for being courageous enough to
oh,
say yes, share this out with the world, and to trust that, you know, it's going to be in the right hands and it's going to be delivered to the people that who it can
oh,
help.
absolutely.
And so if there's
Whatever I can do to help someone else, I mean, I'm serious, and they need to be more aware, like you said, because before I didn't think of a feather, a penny, a hawk, a bird, or this and that. And now it's like I'm looking all over like,
well, and that's a fun game to play with them, and they love it because it's such a light, energetic, happy vibration, which is where they are, and they want you to be there, but they're still trying to respect and honor the heaviness of the grieving process. But you know, I think the biggest message is that they want you to know, as soon as you're able to get to that space of living life again, as soon as you are able to give yourself permission to live again, they can be even more present in your life. The communication you can have with them can be faster, easier, more profound. And you just don't realize that when you're being normal and you're grieving and you're missing them. But that's one of the biggest messages that they come through with, is that let her know that once she starts taking care of her and she can smile again and lighten up again, I can be front and center all the time, easier, you know. And I tell people, you know, when you're really grieving and you're heavy in depression or exhaustion or stress or strain or crying a lot, it's as if they're walking through quicksand to manipulate electricity to send you a sign. They have a really hard time walking through that thick energy of grief to give you those signs. And so the sooner you can process your grief, the sooner you can receive messages often and effortlessly.
it's
And
amazing.
you know,
It's
so just remember that.
thank you. You have helped me so much. Thank you.
You're
And today
absolutely
was
welcome.
amazing. Amazing. I can't
Well,
wait to listen to this again.
thank you for letting me read for
Oh,
you. And
oh my God, heart. Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I love
You have a
you.
beautiful day.
You made it beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.